Our exhibitor for the average rate of gain achievement is Jessica Ma.
Just one quick note on that award for the rate of gain. They can bring 3 market animals, and we got the Muscatine cattleman put up a $1,000 bill for the champion rate of gain of the 3 combined. So this year there was only one with 3 market animals. She's walking out here with $1,000. If you're sitting on a fence and you bring 2 market animals, maybe think about bringing that 3rd one next year. You'll be in a running. We'll prorate it, but so if there's 2 or 3, we'll pay like 5, 3, and 2. But it's a good deal. Try to get that extra calf here to bring up the numbers.
There you go. Yep.
Our next award is our beef bonus bucks. Exhibitors bringing 3 or more Department AA beef entries to the Muscatine County Fair will receive $150 special bonus bucks that will be awarded during the beef show. Exhibitors bringing 3 or more Department AA beef entries this year are Sawyer Clausen, Jessica Ma, and Anna Nolman. Thank you, Lehman Show Cattle, for sponsoring beef bonus bucks. Now we will have a special announcement from our fair board.
Check. Okay, thanks for sticking around, everybody. We've got one of our most important events here that we give out every year. It's an honorary Fair Board member. So we give it every year to someone who has had significant impact with the growth, the function, the success of your Muscatine County Fair. This year, we give the award to Harry Christofferson. Harry had a lifelong connection to the Muscatine County Fair. This connection began as a little boy with his parents, Esther and Leroy, and picnicking in the Grove with his friends, and friends that they saw maybe only at fair time. As Harry became older, he joined the Plucky Pikers 4-H Club. Some of us remember that. And he was a member until graduating from high school. During his time as a 4-H'er, he spent many hours with friends, enjoying the fair and showing cattle. As the years passed, the Plucky Pikers became the Pike 4-H Club and also became co-ed. So we remember that. Later in life, Harry became a leader of the Pike 4-H Club and became a mentor to many boys and girls in the Nichols area. Working with young people and influencing their lives was one of his proudest accomplishments. Even as a fair member, Harry was there cheering on the young people of Muscatine County in the show rings, barns, and the 4-H building. Harry also took time to attend adult exhibits and judging, always hoping for a piece of pie or some other goodie. He even served as a superintendent at some of the seeds and crop exhibits. When Harry's sons Andy and Jason began showing hogs, it was not unusual to find him in the swine barn with a hammer and nails repairing areas that he begun to show years and years of wear and disrepair. He was observed doing repair work by Barry Bronze. A lot of us remember him, who was a fair manager at the time. And Barry suggested that he run for Fair Board, and the rest is history. As a Fair Board member for almost 30 years, he invested a lot of time and effort in the fair and fairgrounds. He viewed the position as a 365-day-a-year position, and it was not unusual to find Harry on a tractor working the infield of the track, watering trees or shrubs, trimming and cutting down trees, or popping popcorn and selling beer at the grandstand. There was no task too big or small that Harry did not help complete. He and his wife, Joanne, were also big supporters of auctions and other efforts to raise money for the fair and fairgrounds. He took time and effort to build a strong relationship with the fair employees and other Fair Board members. Following his retirement as president of the Fair Board, he made himself available as an advisor until his health became to decline. But he was still not too far away to give input when asked. And I might mention he was instrumental in the building committee as we met to refurbish the south end of the fairgrounds, and he was there to start the discussion for the event center on the north end of the fairground. With memories of the disrepair of the swine facility and observation of growth and the fair as an important entertainment venue, he believed that the fair needed to change with the times. The Muscatine County Fair was no longer just a one-week event, and it became a year-round business and needed to reflect the changing times. He felt very strongly that if the fairground were to continue as an important meeting place for the Muscatine County Fairgrounds needed to become more inviting to visitors and participants. His belief in the enthusiasm for the board members became a beginning of the renovations that still continue today. The first renovation project began in the southeast corner of the fairgrounds with the swine facilities and the swine barn. He was instrumental in the solicitation of funding from various county businesses and industries, and it was always encouraging others to make donations. The renovation of the swine facilities provided an area that was safer for animals and kids, that was more welcoming for fair attendees. Its completion was a high point of Harry's many years as a Fair Board member of the Muscatine County Fair. And it all started with a hammer, nails, and a willingness to make the swine barn safer for animals. So we invite Joanne and son Andy to come forward. So son Andy, come forward. And to share a little bit of some color commentary is fellow former Fair Board member Ron Lehman.
Hello there. One day going around, riding around the fairgrounds, and Harry said to me, if something ever happens to me before you, he said, make sure that people remember me, that I live to laugh. And one of my favorite stories was, although Harry was in the cattle business and showed cattle and all that, one year where the boys brought in a hog that had hair on it that long, I think, and it was bristly. And Harry goes, I wish I had a show steer that had, hair like that. And the more he got to thinking, why, he entered it in the Hogs Are Beautiful contest. And we had about 5 of us guys jump in the ring, sprayed the hog down with adhesive, fluffed it all up, just like a steer. We put a ball on its tail, and Susie Lehman brought it into the ring and was showing it around, and the judge, he's leaning up against the fence, and Harry happened to be right next to him, and he says, I raise Simmental cattle. He says, this is the funniest shit that I've ever seen in my life. And Harry's just sitting there going like that. That's the way I want everybody to remember Harry.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, that was an honorary memory about Harry Christofferson.
All right, guys, let's give one more round of applause for our honorary Fair Board member award.
Harry.
And we will resume our show at 12 o'clock. So go get some lunch, stay hydrated, walk around, and we'll see you back at noon.
I want to say one thing about Harry. He's not with us anymore, but that guy cared about so many people that, he was a guidance counselor at our school.
Reminder, we have
he would
the
do
Cattlemen's Association right behind the barn
for
serving food for
anybody.
lunch.
I mean,
so go ahead and go check them out too.
He cared so much for every individual out there. And, you know, whether you're showing pigs, whether you're showing cattle, whether you were an athlete, you know, he was always looking out for the best interest in kids. Yes, he had his two boys, Jason and Andy, who I could watch Jason show pigs all day long. I really enjoyed watching him show pigs. It was fun to watch him, and Andy, of course, and I are pretty close. We showed against each other a couple times, showing cattle, and you know, and Jason kind of came aboard at the end, and on board at the end a little bit more. He was more of a pig guy, I think. But they've both had successful careers. You know, Harry. I just can't say enough about the guy. He was a fabulous human being and a well-deserved award for Harry. And you know, I'm kind of speechless here because I loved Harry in so many ways. He's such a good guy. And the fair definitely appreciates what he did at the fair, and I appreciate him more as a human. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down, and we're gonna take a break here to eat, and we'll go on from there. We'll see you back at noon.